Welcome to the new series on Salesforce flows. Today's session, we will focus on an introduction to this topic. What is Salesforce Flow? Salesforce Flow is a tool to build automations and custom UI in Salesforce. It is a declarative tool which don't require any coding skills. We can also automate business process using flows. That means any business logic that exists in our functionality and project can be automated using flows. Let's see what are the different types of flows that Salesforce provide. First is about screen flow, which is used to build custom UI as a guided process. Auto launch flow. This flow is generally called from other flows like screen flow, record trigger flow, or from an Apex or from a custom button. Next is a record trigger flow. Normally, these flows are triggered when a record is created, updated, or deleted. That means any DML operation that exists on a particular record, these flows are triggered. Next is a scheduled trigger flow. This flow is launched at a specified time. Platform event triggered flow. This flow is launched when a platform event is fired in the system. Let's see how flow is replacing other tools. First, workflow rules and process builders. Earlier, all the business automation are done using workflow rules and process builders. Now, which can be replaced using record trigger flows. Next, Apex triggers. With medium to the low code logic, we can replace with record trigger flows. Apex classes. Any logic that is being written in Apex classes, which is again a medium to the low code logic, can be replaced with auto launch flows. Apex schedule jobs. Normally, when we want to run a particular job, we schedule those jobs in Apex. This can be replaced using schedule trigger flows. VF pages, LWC, and Aura. Normally, any UI development can be achieved using Visualforce pages, LWC, and Aura components. And now this can be replaced using screen flows. What are the different advantages with Salesforce flows? First, build once, reuse multiple times. With the auto launch flows, we can build logic once and it can be used multiple places. For example, suppose we have written a logic using auto launch flow that can be called from either screen flow or a record trigger flow or from a button. So from various places, same logic can be called. So which means we are modularizing the approach of calling a particular logic from multiple places. Next, enhancing with versioning. We can create multiple versions and deploy the latest version and a working version to the production. So there is always a versioning concept in flows, which will help us to debug properly and deploy the correct version to the production. Next, standardizing the automation. As we saw in the earlier screen, like we have used different tools for different purpose. Like we have used workflows and process builders to perform any DML operation as an automation. We used VF components and LWC components to design any custom UI. We also saw Apex triggers and Apex classes are used for any business logic that we want to implement. But all these things can be done at a one particular standardized place called flows. Reduce customization. We can also replace Apex and LWC logic using flows. And to keep in mind, it cannot be totally replaced, but any logic which is medium to the less medium can be replaced with flows. Frequent updates. Normally, Salesforce is continuously evolving and innovating more features to be adding to the flows. So it's really helpful for a developer to see more and more features coming in near future for flows.